Joining us now is a former FEMA chief, Michael Brown. Good to see you this morning. Staggering numbers and hard to hear, ordering more body bags. Is FEMA ready for this?
Yeah, FEMA is ready, but I think the American public needs to understand that FEMA's ready, and FEMA will do everything they can to get the needed supplies that governors and mayors ask for. But there's always this issue of somebody requests X supplies, whatever that is. If that is not available in the strategic national stockpile, such as body bags or masks or anything else, then FEMA has to reach out to the manufacturers and producers. And so that goes through an entire process. FEMA issues a mission assignment or a requisition. That then goes up to the person in the procurement office of the manufacturer, and then you have to get that into the line of priority. Then it has to be distributed. And all of those things take hours, if not days sometimes. So I get frustrated when people talk about, FEMA is not getting stuff as fast as it can to places. Well, FEMA is oftentimes in the same position as the people requesting those things, like governors and mayors. They have to reach out and get that. Part of the problem is, after the 2009 H1N1 pandemic, we failed to recognize that we need to be prepared for this again, so we didn't replenish that stockpile the way that we should have. And that's always been a complaint of mine, is that government seems to always be reactive and not proactive, and that crosses political boundaries all the time.
Well, hopefully that changes, and it kind of confirms what we're hearing from Governor of New York, Andrew Cuomo, saying that he has to bid against 49 other states and now FEMA for supplies requested. Is that right?
Yeah, that's exactly right, because while the president could order the Defense Production Act, could order the manufacturing of masks or other things, that still has to be done, still has to be delivered to FEMA or distributed by FEMA, so they can do that. But there's always that lag time in getting those things done, which is why I hope this is a lesson for America, and I hope it's a lesson for government officials, that we always need to be looking ahead 5, 10 years, and how can we be prepared. That means we have to invest money now to be prepared for something that may or may not happen 5 years from now.
Okay, but can't we activate FEMA as kind of the overall blanket of getting all the necessary things and take out all the states bidding? I'm just curious, is that too off the wall, or is this something that can be looked at?
No, that's not off the wall at all. In fact, I think that's probably one of the things that is going on behind the scenes. But what you can never control, even though you might say FEMA is going to be the central point of distribution or acquisition and distribution, you're still going to have governors who are desperate for whatever it might be, who are on their own going to try to do that. And you can't stop governors from trying to do that. So FEMA could still be the central clearinghouse, but governors are still going to try to do what they can to help their states.
President Trump addressed a report that the federal government has nearly emptied its emergency stockpile of protective medical supplies. I'll play this for you.
Sending it directly to hospitals. We don't want it to come to the stockpile, because then we have to take it after it arrives and bring it to various states and hospitals.
So the president confirmed that that was the case, but it seems like Trump is just trying to streamline the process to get supplies out as quickly as possible. It doesn't seem like that's an issue. What are your thoughts?
I don't. In fact, I think what the president's doing in that case is exactly right. FEMA might still be the clearinghouse for who's getting what and prioritizing things, but instead of that going to the SNS, the stockpile, and then going out, yes, let's just send it directly from the manufacturer to the priorities that FEMA has established. State A, state B, state C. That's exactly the right way to do it.
So FEMA's ready for this. We talked about things that they can do moving forward, but right now you're saying they have all the necessary resources to tackle what could possibly be what we're seeing, 100,000 to 200,000 deaths projected by these models we're seeing from the task force.
That's exactly right. FEMA has since this has been declared a national emergency, FEMA has access to the disaster relief fund. It has billions of dollars in it, and Congress has never, in the history of FEMA, Congress has never refused to put additional money in the disaster relief fund if FEMA needs it. So FEMA will get the resources they need to do their job. No question about it.
It's okay to have some confidence. We like to hear something like that being prepared. That is Michael Brown, former FEMA director. Good to see you, sir. Stay safe.